Good morning, track fans! Yeah! I'm on a wide angle view today, so you can see all the brilliance of the slot car action I'm finding. So how are you, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. So, looking good today, feeling good, feeling better than I did last week. I tell you, so sorry I weren't here last week. Man alive. I woke up, I had this like swelling blister in my mouth, and it was bad. I couldn't like drink or eat or anything. I'm like, right, this ain't gonna last very long if I can't like ingest anything. So I best get down to the hospital and sort it out, because that's worrying when you have to do, like when you, I shouldn't really admit this to young track fans out there, but when you do the down in one challenge in the ale house, when you're a bit older, young track fans, when you're a bit older, it makes sense. But you're like down there, down, and you have to just open your neck and let it in. That was what it was like last Sunday, and that's not sustainable, as you will all remember from our 20s. Definitely not sustainable. So yeah, so my sincere apologies for last week. And I actually had the show already ready to go. I just woke up and it was in my mouth. I couldn't deal with it. So that happened. So I got that drained. That is killing me. And then on Tuesday, I got the tooth pulled out. Man alive. I was going to put a picture of it on here today for you guys to see, but I thought, no, it's a breakfast show. And that's the last thing you need to be doing, is throwing up all over your new slot cars that you might have laid out in front of you for a bit of Sunday maintenance, Mac. Oh, look out, guys. Mac's posting later. That's all we're going to get, right? Day. I love you, Mac. But you're costing us a fortune. And he starts to name check people on his listings. Like, one for Pete. Knowing that I've got a weakness for police cars, but fortunately got two other police car collecting addicts in the group. Des and Robbie Williams. That's right. Celebrity endorsement, Robbo. So anyway, right then. I'll put the chat on the screen. I've just seen it. Yeah, no worries, mate. One sec. Cheers, Daz. You the man. Do we have it big because you lot can't see, or medium? I'll go medium. Get more comments on the screen then. Right then, let's dive in and say hello to everyone. Oh yeah, I'm sorry I'm late as well. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's anyone's guess, really, isn't it? God blimey, you guys were up and about early, weren't you? Look at that! Wow. All right then. So we'll crack on with some comments. We'll get into the show in a bit. Good show today. Good show, old bean. It'll be all right. So painkillers are kicking in a bit, and we will go. So I'll start from top of the hour. If you've popped anything in, I'll start from 10 to. There you go, 10 to. Right, here we go. Rob, morning. Not caught up with the Clio from Slot R. That's Slot R channel. Go and check that out. Oh, there he is. What do you know? Have some of that. Morning, Dave. Morning, Rob. Morning, Rob. Two Robs make awesome slot heart. Oh, here he is. Keith. Good morning, Keith. How you doing? And good morning, Lucy for Raceway. I was watching the Talking Slot Head crew yesterday. I got about 10 minutes in. So that's quite interesting, actually. I must pick it up a bit later, because it was at the part where you started to talk about streaming. And if there's anyone watching this that's thinking about putting together some YouTube content, some videos or some shorts or some whatever you fancy, then definitely check out the Talking Slot Egg crew over on Lucifer Raceway. You can see his moniker down here. Check that out. I'm going to be indulging a little bit later, along with the Clio video and the Aussie Slot Car Show live, which obviously, I can't watch live TV. So I have to watch these things on catch up. Good morning, Brad from over the pond. How you doing, fella? I think Brad was recently got himself a Scalextric Arc Pro, and why not? Good morning, Cal. How you doing, mate? Yanto, here he goes. Yanto's on the mend. He had some operations the other week. Woof. I would have shouted him out last weekend, but I weren't here. And what you say, what I noticed as well is that there is a little bit of a. Oh, hang on a second. Royalties here. Royalties here. Mum and Rich are here. Hi, Mum. How you doing? Morning. No knit and natter this morning then. So good to have your company, Mum. I'm sure Albert will be here. Oh, no, Albert won't be here because Albert, everyone, young track fan number 1, is on Scouts camp overnight. So he's probably causing all sorts of chaos and mayhem somewhere at a breakfast service near Braintree. I can just imagine it. Food fight! That's it. Good lads. Taught you everything. Yeah, you had a long wait there, Yanto. 7:59. Sorry, man. It was a good 7 minutes in that one. Morning, Mum. Nice to have you your company. Now I've got to watch my language, and I've got to be pretty couth, not uncouth. What's the weather like here where I am? What's the weather like? I think he's taking a Mickey because I'm a bit late. Anyway, the weather in here is well misty. I tell you, we're like in the middle of the cloud. It's ace. I like it because, I'm not going there actually. BRB need to log out. Is that another word for having a poo? Oh, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Daz. Hey, here they are. Check them out. Mag fans are in the building. Good morning. A yard of ale would kill me now. Yeah, the trick is, right, when you got it there, when you get down to the blob at the end, you've got to start turning the yard. That's how you do it. Get a swill, and then it pours a little bit down at a time from the yard master. Although I haven't done a yard like you, Yanto, in about 150 years. It would kill me as well now, especially if you put a Madame Stella in there, not a Foster's. You are welcome, Anders. You are welcome, my friend. Spitfire are here. Good morning, Spitfire Slot Car Club UK. Lovely to have your company. I might have missed you previously, but welcome aboard. You're going to get nothing structured here, but some good chat about slot cars nevertheless. Now, thoughts are out to the guys in Kent at the moment, which is where Scalextric headquarters are. Obviously, if you're sorry, I say obviously, that's wrong thing to say because you don't know what you don't know, right? It's a bit patronizing. Sorry about that. Apologize. It's almost worthy of a pound in the pot. However, if you weren't aware, is a better way of putting it, there is a bit of an outbreak of meningitis B in Kent at the moment. Now, it's got nothing to do with slot cars. I appreciate that. But the epicenter, Canterbury, is about 10 miles away from Scalextric's head office. So obviously we are very concerned for the friends and family and the staff at Hornby, Scalextric and the wider group. So keep safe, stay down, keep your heads down. Do read the label before you whop any antibiotics or any pharma testing chemicals into yourselves. Just check the stats because, in COVID, they said that kids couldn't get COVID. They were strong. They're not, and then they started jabbing them. So it's just a matter of time, slippery slope. So just watch out for that. Slot R's back, everyone. And he's dragged Steve from Staff's Slot Cars with him. Well done. Morning, Guts. He's got about as much elocution as me this morning. Well done, Steve. You're making me look good here. Absolutely slick. Yes, so back on point. So well wishes to the guys over in Kent. It's actually a blessing in disguise because I ain't going there for a couple of weeks until things have simmered down a bit. So, you've got a good couple of 3 weeks without the risk of me popping up in reception going, hello, in it. No, I can't speak this morning. Honestly, I'm about as good as Staff Slot Cars here. Morning, Guts. It's a guts for garters. That's what you'll be having. We carry on with this nonsense. But so what have you guys been up to in a couple of weeks? Tell me. Hit me up. So we've got Dave working on Clios. We've got Steve here SPV slots working on some epic scenery. We've got Rob here putting together different combinations of an AFX HO micro small track, young track fans. Great for space saving. Hello. Right, what's this here? Hang on. Let me just check this. This normally means that I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm all right. So I normally, it's when the phone rings, then I know I'm doing something wrong. So just thought I'd check that. Yeah, so Rob's doing an AFX session. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And there you have it. So that being good, what else has been going on here? He's been quite busy. I did a little gig at the Northampton Football Club a week ago on Friday, so that was good. That's what was. No, I can't ruin that. I nearly ruined the next video. Anyway, we'll move swiftly on before I put my foot in it. I'll do the Renos in. Hang on, right, Brad. Video of mag racing was great, almost like being there. I mean, it must be so frustrating if you're in the States, if you're in Australia, if you're in Europe, and you just not got the ability to whip over to mag racing. Although the journey to magnetic racing did feel like it was abroad. It was that far. I think it was about 110 miles, but it took me about 2 hours and 20 minutes. But it was absolutely creme de la creme, worth it. You saw on the video, it was pumping hot. Everyone was there. It was great. I think the next one will be absolutely Ramo. Now that people have seen what's there, who's there, what you can do, how cool, how fun, how slick, how fluid it was. Even Silent Timmy come on camera and said a few words. The immortal Timmy come on and said some words. I mean, talk about blessed, you know, and we don't cover religion here, but we were blessed to have Silent Tim talker. I did have to chop out a big section of his interview because he did talk about some things that maybe shouldn't have, but that's the beauty of it, right? That is what we can do here. Hang on a second. I got a bit of lag here. All right. All right, we're just going to crack on because I'm in a sitting down position. Oida! So yeah, Brad, thanks for the comment, mate. I tried to get it as interactive as possible, especially since on the Milton Keynes swap meet, there were no interviews or no chats because my face was on fire back then, but made the effort on this one for sure. And it was good. I mean, Ian, Doug, Timmy, brilliant. Hospitality, 11 out of 10. And Max from the Smokeworks restaurant in Cambridge doing the mobile catering. Wherever he gets his sausages from need to be put on the map. They were that sounds so wrong at so many levels. I'm so glad that Tara's not here this weekend, but those sausages were absolutely massive. And he was decorating, he was doing them up as well with like pulled pork and some bacon crispy bits. It's just like eat that, tons of power, tons of energy for slot car racing because there was racing all over the place. There was 1, 2, 3 mega tracks, a couple of tracks in process, so you can see their workflow and how it comes together. Brilliant. Thanks so much, guys. What a day. And then just to shout out to the man like the Duderino, El Duderino. He featured on the intro. He's the guy. He's the good-looking one out of the four of us, to be fair. You know what I mean? He's about 962, and he's still got it. I can't believe it. This guy, as Rahul would say. Ah, man, this guy. This guy. Here we go. Get out of here, this guy. Oh, man, I miss Rahuli. I hope he's all right. So Steve-O's leading the charge with what his projects or what his missions are for today. And his mission for today is working on new alloy and magnesium. New wheel. Oh, sorry. Read it properly. Working on a new wheel in alloy and magnesium ready for Gaydon. Oh, all right. Well, that's great. What color? Because, well, since I've worked in this job I'm at now, I've learned all about metal. But not many people know about the different types of ferrous and non-ferrous metal. So, you know, alloy, magnesium, might mean something to the average car buff, but to me, I need to know what color palette you got, mate. That's it. What colors and how many spokes? And is it deep dish or is it whatever you call it, where it's out to the edge of the rim? Who knows? But Steve's, we're going to see him. We're going to see him at the UK Slot Festival, and we're going to broadcast it, and we're going to send it around the world, and everyone can get excited about the new things that Steve's got down up his sleeve. So Yanto is working on Goodwood pits. The Mag Racing guys are fantastic, and their support is much appreciated. That's right. There's one thing that I like about Magnetic Racing is their approach to customer satisfaction is world class. It's world class. Having run my own business, having worked in many businesses from family owned to big corporate global structures, there's one thing that makes or breaks a business, and that is the service and attentive levels of the team from that business to the client and the client's needs. When you phone up Ian and Doug in the middle of a weekly Wired on Wednesday members live stream, and you tell them, Doug, Ian, live. I'm missing this bit, this little chevron-y bit here. I'm missing it. I don't know where it is. It probably come with the kit, but I might have lost it. Who knows? It's a big basement of 3 meters squared. So the next thing, and because the Mag fans are members of the channel, if you want to do members to the channel, you can join. You can just next to my logo on my channel, it says subscribe, and it says join. Hit the join button. It doesn't mean you're going to join, but it just gives you a little video there that explains what members do and what members don't. So that I'll leave that with you there. But yeah, Wednesday nights, weekly, Wired on Wednesdays, exclusive members stream. I'm chuffing away making this model. I mean, feel free to dial in and find out what it is. And I was missing a bit. And I tell you what, he picked it up on the show. He messaged me by the time I'd finished. And 2 days later, bang, spare piece. Amazing. I mean, that, I didn't even have to ask him. They're dialed in to the community. They're dialed into what Marty's saying, to what Nico at Slot Car Dude and what Anders is saying, what the Aussies are saying, what, Lee's slots are saying, all these, Scalextric or talking out of slot. They're wired in. They know they've got their finger on the pulse of the slot car hobby. So yeah, they are doing great things. And people say, I should support them. Well, we do. Why? Because it's easy. Why? Because they make it easy. I will talk about trying to return things to other stores where they make you print off return forms and then get a returns number. I mean, when did the slot car hobby become so corporate? I mean, have a break, mate. Take a day off. I mean, any, slot car shops in the northwest of England, specifically East Lancashire, still waiting for my refund. It's been about 6 weeks. I'll check my bank account before I say that out loud. But to my knowledge, I haven't had the refund for my parts, which not great customer service, which will highlight it, because then when you've got Magnetic Racing, who are actively watching and engaging and listening to the community around them, whether it's on YouTube here, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Threads or what's that other one? Whatever. They're on it. They're across it like the Vista. So if you don't know where they are, we'll chat about them a bit later. But there you go. Right, what we got going on now in the comments? 47 days to go. What for? UK Slot Car Festival, I hear you say. Absolutely spot on. That is right. 47 days. Yes, says Duderino. Sausages. And Brad's getting hungry. Oh, my God. 8 colours. Any pink, says Daz. What? White rust mean anything to you, Pete? Yeah, it does actually, yeah. So, Mark, I actually cover Stourbridge now, Amit. So, if you need any metal protection or anything like that, mate, hit me up. I'm your man. We're doing anti-graffiti paint as well, which is definitely what you need over there. Stop these anti-establishment people writing stupid things on walls with flags and stuff. It's just getting a bit annoying now. No pink, says Steve. Well, hang on. How do we block him? Magnesium has a nice bright blue glow when it burns. Right. So what that means is that you're going to be doing donuts and burnouts until you get those magnesium wheels on fire, right? I want to see a video of that, Brads. Come on, hit us up. And also, I just want to give a quick shout out to come here. Where are you, my man? He's around here somewhere. Aha, John Mazza. John Mazza. Slot car heaven. Yes. John, good morning, brother. Because I know that you're in bed right now, snoozing it off in New Jersey, over the pond. But anyway, he's a great guy. YouTube channel, Slot Car Heaven. Hit the subscribe button to that. He gave me a shout out in his one of his recent videos, which I'll be honest with you, I completely missed, but he mentioned it. And yeah, I will furnish you up with the address later for those figures. Thank you very much. Sending me a couple of Dixies, a couple of Dukes of Hazzard figures, which I can't wait to receive. So I will sort you out, Slot Car Heaven. I did see your email. I've just been running around like a blue backside fly. So sorry about that, but I want to just mention it while we're chatting. That I got it. Let's have a look here. Customer service when things go wrong. Shout out to AC Models in Eastleigh. Nice. No messing about. No messing. Even sent me a $5, a real one, back inside the box when they posted the replacement. Okay, AC Models, right? Well, I have to start making a note of this. I might not make a note of it after all. Hang on. Well, I've got plenty of ways to skin a cat. Get a notebook open on my computer here. See, I'm down with the kids now, making notes. AC Eastleigh. Check out. Okay, right. Made a note now. Cheers, Dave. I will check them out. Never heard of them before, believe it or not. Not heard of them. So this is new voyage. But anyway, let's go. We're just sitting around here chatting about whatever. And we have got some young track fans to get to, right? Oh. Yeah, there you go. Right. Now we're back in the game. Right, cool. Okay, then. So, young track fans, here we go from the top. Albert, who is not in the chat today. Good morning to you when you get back and catch up. Wilf, are you there, brother? Wilf is there. He got a picture of my tooth, right? Because, you know, we do that in our family. We share their love. And he come back and he goes, blimey, that would be worth a $5, that tooth. It was a mutant tooth, I'm telling you now. So, yeah, good morning, Wolf. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning, Liam. Good morning, Jacob. And Benji Edwards. Good morning. I hope you're enjoying your breakfast. I saw your day out that you had the other day on Facebook. Wow. You went to the beach and you're running around and it was like, oh, gosh, it looked like good fun. That's for sure. Wish I was there. Next time, Doug, where's my invite? I love the beach. I love ice cream. It's all cool. Good morning, Lewis B. Good morning, Rowan. Good morning. Are you lining up for a little banjo with your dad later? I can tell you, he sent me a banjo, right? I've now got it on authority what a banjo is. I didn't realize, I thought banjo was a roll because of the shape of it. No, it turns out that a banjo is named a banjo because when you eat it and you spill stuff on yourself, me, then you look like you're playing a banjo when you're trying to rub it off. Brilliant. I learned something last week or the week before. Cheers, Dave. Anyway, let's get back on point. So good morning, Jack. Good morning, Ruben, co-host. Oh my God. Did you see on the Mag Racing video, O2 Arena, where Ruben and his school pals went down to do a proper gig in front of 13,000 people. Now, I've DJ'd in front of that many people before, and that is, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, Ruben, doesn't matter how many gigs you played or where you've played around the world, you always get that little bit of ooh, feeling, that little bit of like, oh, I don't know about this. That harness it, because when you harness that feeling of, oh, I'm unsure, there's a lot of people out, and you go, right, use that energy, get out there and pump it. You'll have an amazing time. And it sounds like you actually did that. Well done, Ruben. Okay. My bad. Oh, no. Hold on a second. I've just wiped the whole cache. Stupid buttons on the mouse. I clicked the back button and it sent me back. And I come back in this thing and it's wiped everything. So yeah, videos will be high class again today. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, youngest track fan, Ford. Good morning. Good morning, Owen. Good morning, CJ. Oh, actually, good morning, CJ, Hazel, and Sienna Rose over in Peterborough. Good morning, Archie, Mask, and Teddy from the valleys, from the Brecon, from Brecon. That is a place. Good morning, Stanley. Good morning, Raystar, my youngest nephew. Well done, Ray. Good morning, Sophia. Good morning, Logan. Good morning, Bailey. Olivia, George in Oxford. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Jacob up in North Staffs. Good morning, Mason, Charlotte, Leo in Notts, and Cameron over the West Midlands. That is it. Round up. And a round of applause for the young track fans out there. Come on. Well done, guys. Keep it in the slot. Keep your activity levels high, because no one wants a boring race, right? Exactly. If you want a boring race, go around to Keith's house. It'll be boring because he's never got the track working, because he's always trying to fabricate a bridge. Hence, it's called Bridgerton. And if you're wondering who we're talking about, top left corner of this screen is Keith holding his cup, like prized, like it's the force field. Incidentally, this slide here, coverage of the Milton Keynes swap meet. So we know a couple of events lately. We've got a larger scale swap meet, like kind of an officious thing, multiple people, tables, traders, private sellers, big social event, great stuff. And that was a couple of few weeks ago now, but the video is out anyway. This, don't forget, I've regurgitated last week's show, so this would have probably been a bit more current last week. But anyway, it's worth mentioning that if you want to see what's happening out in the hobby and whether there's buoyancy, how it looks, what the what the vibe is, then this is a great video to check out. If you're dipping your toe in the water as to what the hobby's like nowadays, this might be a good point to have a look at. And yeah, there was no interviews, no chats on this, unfortunately, because yeah, my face was killing me, so I just couldn't do it. All right, Clearwater's here. Hello, good morning, my man. How you doing? You all right, bud? Oh, Greg's in the place. I much prefer playing a big gig, much less scary than 10 people standing. Yeah, I get that as well. Yeah, that's right. And then out of those 10 people, 6 of them are like performers anyway. So they are micro analyzing your technical side of your set. It's like when I learned to DJ, I tell you, I ruined clubbing for myself in a heartbeat, because you go out and there's people that just cannot mix, and they are rocking big clubs, and it is an absolute cardinal sin. But yeah, I know. I've got to get my hand off the mouse. Stop fidgeting. High five. Take it off the bingo. Yeah, it's what? What? Hang on a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh my God. And I refer back to Rahuli, this guy. Sorry, right, but I tell you, I've got to write this down. So hang on. Right, Keith, what's the date? 22nd of the 3rd, 26. Screenshot. Yeah, screenshot. Yeah, tick. Bridgerton's tracks working. Have we got anyone to verify that? Have we got any UN? Can we get? Oh, actually, Peterborough is the UN. Um, can we get someone from the UN round to independently verify that? Because just not sure. We're just not sure. I mean, it could be a bridge too far, but but oh man, you will have a full house soon. I tell you, I'm on that kind of mood today. Always wondered what the hell Bridgerton meant, but never wanted to ask. Yeah, he's how to explode the chat right now. Sorry, I just caught a little bit back. I knew he would get some stick. I know he would get some stick. It took him 18 months to build bridges, Yanto. Oh, no, nice one, Daz. Have a good morning and catch up later. See you soon, brother. It's been working for months now. All right, I know, I know. Well, we'll find something else. There's bound to be something. There's always something else. Um, yep, sounds right. So if you want to check out a big gig, go and check out that one. All righty, Roo. Next. Oh, actually, talking about Keith. So a couple of weeks ago, he actually he'd sent me a note. Well, he actually tried to phone me, but I couldn't take his call because my face was in agony. I just couldn't face a chat with a whiskeyed up Keith. No offense, Keith. But he did ask a really, really good, interesting question out there. And I thought about it and I thought, damn, that is a good question, because it is very easy indeed to get sucked into researching and watching a program, a hobby, than it is to actually do the hobby. And so the question was, do you spend more time watching content about the hobby rather than doing? And the reason I found this was quite poignant was because, and I'm sure if you've got kids of the teenage years, Slotar, you've got this to come, I tell you, and and Andy will be in this. Andy will be exactly in this field, this vista right now, which is where you go into your kid's room, or if you got your computers or your tablets downstairs, you see what they're looking at. Just you got to keep an eye on these kids. They're live ones, man. They will look at things they shouldn't do because that's what they do. They're curious, curiosity, but you can't unsee what you see. So you do have to, be involved with your kids when they're using the interweb because it's a sordid place, as you know. I mean, God's sake, every Sunday you get this madman coming on talking about slot car action. Yeah, I want that for your kids. No, I'm joking, but it is really easy when they're watching people gaming, like live, they stream themselves gaming. So my kids will watch people playing a video game for 6 hours straight and not play it themselves. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, you're this whole world of opportunity. What are you doing watching someone else play a game? It's like reality TV, isn't it? It's like, why are you watching people living their lives when you're not living your own? I don't get it. That is definitely, sorry, mum, but that is definitely a female thing to the majority reality. So yeah, so in the same context, do you do a lot more watching of slot car hobby, or do you do more slot car hobby and just tune in now and again using the internet as a resource for the answers? Well, what do you do? I mean, that's a great question, Keith. Absolutely great question. Well done, Brad. He's got permit issues over in the States, which is why he's a couple of months into an elevated R4 180 turn, but he's got to get the planning permission from the States. Thanks to Slot Sync Racing, I'm now doing the hobby more than watching. Brilliant. Yes. I think that's what we need to do. I think we need to get one of the chuggers from Saturday Saturday tunes to come on, Pete or Joe or Raul, and talk to us, hit us up a little bit more about the slot sync, because unless you're in tune with those guys or that aspect of the sort of Globe's corner of the hobby, you won't know what that is. And that is a fabulous thing for combating loneliness in the hobby or remoteness in the hobby. For instance, if you live down in like, if you are Robbie Williams, and I know he'll be all right with me using him as the example, you live in a really remote place. I mean, the guy lives in the Brecon Beacons, which if you're not from the UK, that is like literally like, you know, you see the pictures of Scotland and they always show you the highlands or the rolling mountains with nothing on them other than heather. That's pretty much where Robbie lives, but in Wales. That's the Welsh version of the Highlands, Brecon Beacons, Penny and those guys there, those mountains. We know all about them being in the army. So yeah, so slot sync racing is a great thing because what it does is it allows you to race. I should get them on to explain it, but as an elevator pitch, what it does is you measure the size of the track you've got, you put it into the computer, then you tell it the car you're going to race, so it automatically knows that car, and then so you have a race that's 10 track that's 10 meters. Your friend, say you live in England, your friend lives in America, he's got a track that's 30 meters long. The computer will say to me, I have to do 50 laps because my track's smaller to get the right distance. That person has to do 20 laps because his track's bigger to get the same distance. And then you race and it gives you that offset time as if you both had the same track, the same car, and it's based on your driving skills. So it's really clever, really, really clever. And if you're a brainiac like Pete and Joe and Raul, you can work this internet business to set this stuff up. Scary. But so yeah, so think about that. If you have a Carrera track, that's at the moment it's exclusively to Carrera. It's not Carrera not involved in it, but these boys have Carrera tracks, so they've obviously designed a system for Carrera. And yeah, really good thing. So you had prior to this, you had give me Rahul, forgive me, forgetting it what it's called. It was the global. Let me know what Rahul's race used to be. It was the global. God damn, it was a couple of years ago. I'm losing it. Oh, what was that called? GRL. Thank you very much. I know it's Global Racer. I didn't know the last bit. I just couldn't think of the last word. So thank you, Dave. Yeah, and then this has evolved as sort of not the same thing, but as the concept of being able to connect people around the world, alleviate loneliness, alleviate remoteness, alleviate, you know, that mental frustration that I've got a hobby and I've got no one to do it with. Well, now you do on a global scale as well. Cheers, fellas. Thank you, guys. Good memory. I was just checking that you're still tuned in and watching, and that was a test, and you all passed. Well done. Slot Sync is one of the reasons I'm building another track, that and BRM cars. So you're going in for the 1 in 24 scale. Slot Sync Racing have a 3-month trial going now, and after that, it's only $20 a year. So that's about 15 quid here in the UK, and it's about same cost as Smart Race. So fair play, boys. Fair play. I'll hit up the guys and see if they want to come in, have a quick 10-minute chat, or we can do it on a recording like we did with Simon Owen. There you go. So I got into the hobby to get away from screens, and it's had the opposite effect. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Brilliant. So Pete, who watches YouTube of other people racing slot cars, doesn't get people watching other people do a hobby. Lol. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I think that it's coming along though, Dave. You see, I think it is becoming, And then it's a double barrel question. So if anyone's just joined us and they're wondering what we're talking about is a question that Keith asked us recently, just a moment ago, which is, do you spend more time watching content about the hobby rather than doing it? I think though, Dave Slotar, I think that with the advances of people's capabilities who are coming to the hobby or who have them and have recognized that they've got a massive thing to contribute to the hobby. Let's take a great example that I hope we can all agree on, that Electric Dreams, huge slot car store in LA, America, Los Angeles, they put a new they've created a new format over the last couple of years for their races. They're countrywide, wide scale, big races, up to 70, 75 races per competition. So they're doing a scale auto, they're doing an SR, they're doing a slot it, they're doing a whatever else, a BRM. And they have put 10 cameras around the track. They've got commentators coming in by Ian and Doug. They've got proper film crew with Mark Navidad. Hi, Mark. And they are making it like a sporting event to watch. So they've got trackside interviews, they've got the commentary on the race, they've got practice, qualifying, and the race over 3 days. They've got advert commercials within those segments. It feels like you're actually now watching a sport. So you could be forgiven for thinking, actually, morning, Paul. You could be forgiven for thinking, man, I'm watching this a bit more than I'm doing it, because they do such a good show. It's hard not to be engaged. And then when you've watched that for 6 hours, and don't forget, because there's everyone in the live chat as well. So you're seeing everyone, you're chatting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a really, really good question, mate. I can't register for the Easter hunt. How old are you, Jansa? I mean, seriously, have a word, mate. How old? All you need for slot sync presently is Carrera Track and Smart Race. There you go. Thanks, Greg. Cheers, mate. Scalextric may be added later. Yeah, I was talking to them about this, and they've just put a pause on it for the moment, but they've got it on their radar. The watching of people doing thing, i.e. WoW and Slot R videos, have great for learning and then doing it for yourself. Exactly. Slot sync is one of the reasons. I bet I've read that. Come on, keep up. Nice one. Tony Tibbs is in the house. Hey, Tone, how you doing? Cheers, Mum. Bit of moral there from Mum. You're getting worse than me for having a senior moment. Yeah, I know. And it's not even like the worst thing about that is it's Rahul. Oh, I should have known that. It was the last word. It was the league bit. I couldn't think what the last word was. It can't be league. Okay, so we've got to get over and have a look at this this video from last night. Boone in the States. Yeah, Booney does the best videos. I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he pretty much invented slot car tutorials for YouTube. Now, there's probably some like other bits and bobs around the time that he started doing his videos, probably touching 10 years ago now. But they weren't as in depth, they weren't as long, nothing like a 4-hour Booney video to get stuck into. And you could you could visibly see something from nothing become this finished article, and you watched every step of it and you felt confident to be able to do it. So yeah, Booney is a great one. Morning, Shane. How you doing? The Hubster is in the house. Morning, Hub. We were just talking about whether you do the hobby more than you watch videos about it. Now, being a content creator, Hub, what do you do? Do you spend more time? Well, actually, you're a bit different because that's your job. Hub's got a job doing slot cars, so he clearly probably does it more than watching YouTube. Although I can imagine that you've got YouTube on in the background on a permanent flow because it adds depth and character and relevance to your store. People come in, the people come into the store, right, Hub. What you've got to do is they've got to see slot cars, they've got to smell slot cars, they've got to hear slot cars, they've got to feel slot cars, and then God forbid, taste slot cars. We'll leave that one out. But if you hit all of the senses at once and constantly stimulate them, you're putting them into a position where they are ready to buy slot cars. There you go. That's from me to you, bro. All right, moving swiftly on. Oh yeah. So we touched on this earlier, but what a day out. Man alive. This was the place where it was all going on. So check out the video. It's in my video feed from last week. You can see who people are, what they're about, what mag fans are doing, where they work, how they work, what their setup looks like. I mean, I go around the whole lot. I take you everywhere around the building. We have a good rummage, a good snoop around and get right under the duvet within the mag fans establishment. So that was awesome. So do go and check that out. But like I've always stated, slotcarmagazine.co.uk, and it was really nice and refreshing. A week ago on Tuesday, not this Tuesday gone, but a week ago on Tuesday, you had Marty Ford has just stumbled over Slot Car Magazine, and he put a shout out to him, and he held it up on his phone, and he said, "There you go, look, Slot Car. I never knew about this, but this looks like a good thing, Marty. This is the thing, mate. The thing that you should have in your basket every couple of months." So this is the May edition that I'm looking at here. I tell you, let's see if they've kept true to their word. Oh, got a centerfold, guys. Now that terminology might not mean anything to the young track fans, but anyone over 40 knows what a good centerfold is, right? Ta-da! Check that out. Oh, mamma mia. I mean, it's in its red outfit and everything. It's on its red outfit. It's by the edge of the track. It's looking so good. Yeah, you knew I was going to say something else there, but this is a breakfast show. So you can I'm not going to show you any more content because it's all killer content, and we'll just read this for the next half an hour and not do the show. So anyway, to that end, if you are just tuned into the show, good morning to you all. With me, Pete Brown, Sunday slot car sessions here on Track Fans TV, loosely every week at about 8 a.m. I say about because, you never know. Could be early, might be late, more likely. But if you are enjoying what you're seeing, please hit the like button. If you're not enjoying what you're seeing, see you later. But no, I'm only joking. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. People of all walks of life are welcome here. Andy says he loves watching other people's build. Oh, okay. Right, here we go. So Shane, Hub's in the Keith camp. He actually watches more videos about the hobby. Interesting. Missed that one. We'll check that out later. 2 jobs. Love watching other people's builds. Yeah, I do. It's intriguing to see how people have techniques. I remember one of the best things that I saw, one of the best tips that I saw, and I remember it vividly, was actually Slot R. And he was talking about pink zap glue. This is going back some time, so you can clearly see how well it resonated with me if it's still fresh in my forefront. And what he was saying is with liquid with really runny glue, rather than trying to gun the glue into rather than trying to whack the glue into something ridiculous like the hole by the rear view the wing mirror, get a razor, get the glue on it, hold it by the hole, and the glue will find its way in, zero mess. And it works a treat. I'm telling you, it works a treat, Dave. He got that technique from Rob Swift at Swift Slot. So, credit where credit's due, and credit's due past that. But ultimately, I saw his video, so he's the one who showed me it. So you do learn some really, really good tricks around here. So you must stay tuned to Cross the Hobby. If you can't put up with my mad rantings, then there's some people who are a little bit more laid back, a little bit more chilled out, a little bit more not serious, but they know what they're doing. Is a bit better way to put it. I don't. I break things in the quest of learning. Talking of which, I need to fix my mixer. Yeah, that's a good point. And that in the quest of learning also comes inspiration. So you've got cracking builds out there, like people doing things like Lee slot cars with his foam buildings. You got Dave Slotard doing the scrapyard or doing his. I love that back corner building where he did the little shops. But more to the point, it was the sort of light blue turquoise facade on the front of the building, because that is really current architectural design. So for me, that resonated. So you get loads of these inspirations from, and then you get into the Keith mindset. You don't have enough time to deploy these ideas, and you end up just chucking a video on because you've only got 5 minutes. Yeah, Spanish channel back to the SCX is brilliant. Really in-depth, step-by-step tuning from homebox standard to full national club spec. Back to the SCX. All right, I'm going to have a look at that. I didn't know that existed either. So I'll just make a note of that. YT. Back to SCX. There you go. Do have to just keep a track on these things. All right. There's a couple of comments going on now about Shane's racing with his daughter. Well done, getting youth into it. Yeah, absolutely. YouTube is always good for how-to vids. Yeah, I fixed my cooker oven door by watching YouTube. Maria, Mrs. Brown couldn't believe it. Shotgun's a paint master, Dave. Yes, he is. And I tell you, brilliant, Dave. Shotgun Dave, that is. Brilliant tribute the other night, 2 weeks ago, on his Friday night show to Pat and to some of his friends and families. He was wearing a pink shirt. So anyone who understands what the color pink is associated to will understand what he was supporting. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you, Dave. So I've got more scenery on the go at the moment. Dave is printing everything at the moment. And like, so you got Shotgun Dave, you've got George, you've got Dave Slotar, you've got the Mag fans, all 3D printing stuff now. So now what we're seeing is other content creators jumping on the 3D printing bandwagon. Oh, I'm going to get a printer. I'm going to be yesterday's news. I'm going to be left behind. I best get on it. Follow the crowd. Be unique, man. Be unique. These guys already cornered the market. Let them get on with it. If you need anything, write to them. It's free content for them, and it gets you something for a small charge and postage. There you go, Dave. Sorted you out. That's Slotar and Shotgun. Can do 2 Daves in one call. Right, let's go. Let's get on with this. Okay, so we had a little bit of chat earlier by Yanto saying that he can't find the Easter egg hunt. Well, here's some details about the extravaganza, which is Roger Barker Slots are doing another extravaganza. I believe it's the 4th one now. And he's reeling out the puns. It's an excellent day and explosive deals. To be fair, I'm ecstatic about it. Totally excited. And yeah, I'll leave now then. Yeah, taxi! I'm out of here. God damn it. Anyway, let's let's get on with it. So this is going on in the Midlands. So if you're in the UK, in the Midlands, just to the east of Nottingham, is a little place called Newark. In between Newark and Nottingham is this place, which is one of the slot car meccas of the country, because Roger Barker is a prolific trader, a prolific good trader as well. You can always find a deal with Roger. He's pretty much got what you need, and he's got a price that will suit you. However, he is busy, so sometimes he might have to go rummaging for what you need. So bear with him. But otherwise, you can go and rummage around his store yourself. And he does loads of great stuff. They've got a raffle going on. You can win a prize. They've got barbecues. I think they're doing food. Are they doing food? Well, we just say they're doing food. They might fire one up. Who knows? Um, brilliant day out. Brilliant day out. 28th and 29th of March. So that is actually next weekend. Oh, is it bank holiday next weekend? Okay. Right. Let's get this over to, let me screenshot this and then I'll send it to Roger Barker. Two ticks. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. This is called helping a friend out. Copy. No, save. I'm just getting a screen grab so I can send him the feedback. Pictures. Yeah, that's good. Got it going on now. Right. Cool. Thank you, Yanto. Bit of feedback. The 8th is the weekend after. Right, cool. So 2 weeks to bank holiday. Ah, I'm ready. I tell you, I am ready already. Just had a week off and I'm ready again. Let's have a look. Oh, hello. Well, look at this. Got Andy in the chat here. And then from his bed, because he's probably in bed being lazy, is Ruben. He's gone, morning, Dad, saying hello in the live chat rather than getting out of bed, going into the other room and saying, morning, Dad. Brilliant. Young track fan exemplifying how to harness technology to his own benefit. Great. So if you're in the vicinity of the Midlands or if you're willing to have a little bit of a jaunt, it is worth the destination to head down to Roger Barker's Extravaganza, which is next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Prizes on both days, just deals everywhere because you can go around and, go through his place, buy everything, and then Sunday he brings a ton more stuff out. So if you've got the capacity, it might even be worth going 2 days, why not? Right, moving on. Okay, so we got, I put this slide up here. Rockingham Slot Card Club have just published their schedule for this year. And this is the schedule for the Scalex, the wood routed 1 in 32 scale track, unless you're doing BRM, and then it's 1 in 24. But generally, 12 months of the year, it is 1 in 32 scale. Now, that's club racing every Friday night, 7:30 till when we finish. What they do at the weekends is they hold national events for different classes and different competitions and championships and things like that. So I thought it might be worth just throwing a screen up and giving you an insight. And this happens in lots of other clubs as well, North Staffs or Wolverhampton, or Molesey or Manchester or Luton or Watford or wherever it may be. And if I've forgotten you, it's not on purpose. It's just for the sake of down Southend or Ongar. There you go. It's not purposeful or Norwich. It's just there's limited time. They all put out when they're going to do stuff. So you have a right mixed bag available if you want to go racing. It's not just GT3 or prototype or Group C. You actually get more if you can find it or understand where it is. The great place to go to check it out is a website called slotforum.co.uk, and you can search for the events tab and it's all listed in there. However, all their individual websites, or just tune into Track Fans and I'll keep you appraised of what's happening in a week to 2 weeks basis as we go along. So if you look here on April 18th and 19th, there you've got a 1 in 24th scale day on the Saturday, and then you've got 1 in 32 and 1 in 24 scale on the Sunday, and it's called Double Trouble Vintage, which means you're racing pre-war, post-war, the proper cool cars, like proper cool cars. This isn't allowed, but like this sort of thing, get your thin wall specials out, your Alfa Romeo 8Cs, your your Bentley Darkins, and whatever else you feel is your steed for the race. All right, cheers, Mum. Thank you very much. Lovely. Next weekend is clocks forward. We lose an hour. What, you mean I've got to start at 7 o'clock? All right, I'm moving the show to 9 a.m., everyone. I got to offset that hour. We're just going to be going at lunchtime in 2 weeks. Scalextric Egg Hunt. You need to sign up to Scalextric with email. Then you get an email with 15% off. Oh, okay. Already signed up, Paul. I'll have another go and check the junk mail. Well, that you're going to lose 2 hours now because you're going to see those sites that you shouldn't be looking at. That's what you're going to do. So, yeah, if you are curious as to, if you can't make a Friday or a Thursday or whatever night your club races on, but you can make a weekend, this will give you an insight on what's happening at Rockingham in particular, so you can make a judgment on, oh, yeah, okay, I kind of like GT3. So in June, on June the 6th and the 7th, I can go and do some GT3 racing. All of the races generally are open. You have to register for them on Slot Forum or write to the particular club. So here you've got the website under the title rockinghamslotcarclub.co.uk, and someone will reply back to you, giving you information and how to get there and be a part of whatever day or event you want to do. So GT3 National Championship, great stuff. You'll get Janu there. You'll get the guys, Nick and Ash will be there. Maybe Lewis, don't know. If he doesn't come, it's no great loss because it gives everyone else a chance. I'm only joking, Lewis. I love you, buddy. But yeah, so if you were wondering, I can't make a weeknight because I have to get up at 6 in the morning. I can't be going to bed at 11 at night. Then you might have the time at the weekend. So you can check out your local club, see what they're doing, and get amongst it. I think it's a great idea. I think the club's doing weekend races along with the regular club stuff is just pouring opportunity into the hobby and trying to stimulate it and keep it going and alive. And I think they do a good job. The clubs around the country here, I feel, do an amazing job. Absolutely. Like Rob Crossland yesterday down in the Broom in Luton, testing his cars, trying to figure out what he's going to use for Abergavenny. Brilliant stuff. That's the place to do it. Awesome. So if anyone's interested, Rockingham is in the Midlands. It's, I don't know, somewhere in between, somewhere in the Midlands. I was going to say between Birmingham and London, but it's really not. It's sort of off to the left, off to the right. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you as a digestive, but here we go. When you know, you know. And the Wheeler Dealer is probably still bagging up his merch ready for the Slot Festival. And what was it? I'm a big fan of a yellow and black livery. So when you see a car with a yellow and black livery, you're like all over it like a cheap suit. Like, come on! This is a nice bit of car, the Ford. No, not a Ford. What am I talking about? It's a Subaru, isn't it? It is a Subaru. Someone's going to correct me now. Really nice rims. They're sort of somewhere between regular and deep dish, and I just like the holes. The holes make it. They kind of Make it look a bit spaceshipy. Gonna get shouted at now for, like, lowering the tone. Yeah, there you go. See, Brad's on it. He needs it in his life. Hey, he made it. Nice one, Nick. Welcome aboard. He is in. So there we have it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to see if I can. I don't know if this is going to work now. I'm just trying to find a file. When I had my little technical hiccup half an hour ago, it wiped out all of my stuff. Right, there you go. So Wheeler Dealer number 1. Wheeler Dealer number 2. Check that car out by Jean Collier. Wow. I think, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I would say that that was a custom spray job. But let me know if that is actually a standard issue spray job. I don't know. There's just a couple of things on there that make me think it's a custom spray job. Yeah, nice finish, says Benny Bennett. And Bo's here as well. Good morning, Bo. I didn't see you come in earlier. I've been just chopsing away as usual, talking about slot cars. Very nice finish. Hey up, sick boy. Yep, that is right, mate. I've been... It's not worth talking about anymore. Lovely. That was... Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at what else Staffs can offer other than 5 spokes mega things. Hello there. Here we go. All right, then bringing it back to the show. Well done. Cheers for that, Steve. Nice. We could get some damn nice wheels from the Staffsmeister, right? And yeah, he's in the chat, so feel free to ask Steve at Staff Slot Cars anything you want. He's very open. He'll even talk to you about, you know, his spreadsheets and you know, all that really funky, boring stuff that you don't want to know about. 8 colors, he says. He's designing some new magnesium and alloy wheels for Gaydon. 8 colors. It's got to be multiple designs, right? I can't wait. It's going to be great. So first drill at UK Slot Festival is, well, there's too many things you've got to do first. We're going to have to do like a priority list nearer to the show. Which reminds me, I've still got to speak to Julie and Mark about the table. So I must get onto that. Do you have a Discord or anything similar, or is this the place for the community? Well, this is the place for the community on a Sunday morning and a Wednesday evening, particularly if you remember on that one. However, there is a Discord channel for the slot car community, and it's run by Show Me Slot Cars, because they're like, they understand Discord and stuff, and Iris Carrera. So if you does anyone know what the Discord channel is called? Because I'll be honest with you, I am a nightmare when it comes to these things. I'll go in there and I'll see if I can find it out for you. I'm sure it won't take me 2 seconds to do it in the background. Oh, it's taking a long time. He says. It's asking me to confirm if I'm a human. Well, the jury is out with that one. Yeah, so we'll let that like come round to its own sort of way of thinking in a minute. Can beat you, chat beat you to it. Oh, there you go. Discord called Slot Yard. There you go. Come and join us. Oh, look at that. See, Steve, he's come here. It's in his section and he's out the door. Well, you're going to be on the show again later, Steve. I forgot to mention you. We got a Rogue Trader section. So Slot Yard is Discord. Order priority when arriving at the Slot Fest. Try and get into the cafe for a coffee without anyone seeing me. No, what are you doing that for? You got a massive van with a kettle in it. Make the coffee there. It's much cheaper. Yeah, can't people without coffee. Exactly. See you, Steve. Nice one. I don't even know what Discord is. I love this. This is welcome to my world, man. Discord. It's like it's a next generation Facebook. It's the best way I can describe it. Or like an old chat forum. You remember back in the early noughties, sort of that sort of thing. Yeah, talkie program. There you go. Well done, Nick. Facebook, think Facebook Messenger, but 100%, 100 times better. I don't know about Messenger because I'm not really a fan of that. Keep getting shouted at for not seeing my Facebook Messenger messages. Hey, Daz is back. Have you finished work now, Daz? Come on, man. I've been like dragging my heels here, like to track focus and all that, waiting for you to get back. But finally, you're here now, so we can see John. Anyway, if you are at a loose end, Snaff Slot Cars UK is the place to be globally for the finest wheels on the planet. Now, get in there, have a look at what he's got, make some orders, or do some pre-orders and pick them up at the show. Again, we'll talk about pre-ordering towards the end of the show because it is really vital. These traders, they're just like you and I. Some of them have actually got regular jobs. This ain't their job. This is their side hustle to keep everyone emotionally stable in the hobby with stuff that we need. And we need them to keep delivering the stuff that we need selfishly. So let's support them to keep supporting us. See this like whole cycle of slot car magic that goes on. Slot R logged into Discord. It looked like I'm about 30 years too old for it yet. It's exactly what I was saying. It's a bit like the old chat forums back in the early noughties, which is, what Face Ache evolved out of. Slack, I think he means stack, is better. Discord is groaning under the weight of its popularity and has bad actors using it unfettered. Oh, what? Like Blue Sky? Or X? Like just utter cesspits, the pair of them. Good morning, Janu. 30 minutes. Here he is. He's off to the toy fair in Stafford. Hurry up, track. Right. Let's not hang around then. So we must crack on. Oh, but before we do, oh my Lord, I saw amazing car. Yeah, boy. I saw this amazing car posted out by Stevie D, Mr. D, Slot Drag Racing. I mean, check that out. That, right. I love these kind of coupe vehicles like the Legends, Pioneer Legends, or this. I just love that kind of like, that there is a slot car spraying person's. Oh, just get your hands on that with the airbrush. It goes to like so much canvas with like the way the van looks. You can literally spray a mural on the side of it. You've got that much room. That is something else. Oh, Slack. It is actually called Slack. Sorry, Nick. Sorry, mate. I thought I thought for a second it was a typo, but no, I beg your pardon. It is Slack, everyone. Arriving at 10. Oh, yeah, we've got ages yet. Don't forget, Dave, when I put slot R, when I put the slide up for track focus, you know it's another 20 minutes anyway. So we'll just hurry that along. Slot Yard Discord is great. Has no issues with bad actors. So there's no idiots in Slot Yard. I best log out of there then quick before they collar me. Dave, Discord is great. Private messages and lots of info to share. Okay, yeah. In Slot Yard, we have a lounge where we do live video calls talking about all good things slot cars. So you can go in there and see Lucy Lucifer Raceway, Anders live streaming. Nicely done. Anyway, we're about time to get this show on the road. But first, we need to have a little chat by the new product from our great friends at Magnetic Racing, and I'm losing my breath trying to get into the position to show their advert. On Mag Racing, awesome firm, awesome. Yeah. No, salt of the earth, those guys. Yeah, I went down there 2 weeks ago. Absolute genius. Swear to God. No, they're good value. No, they're not expensive at all. And what you get, it is proper good value for money. What am I going to get next? That is a good question. Maybe I'll throw it to the viewers in a minute. All right, then. There you go. So you got Magnetic Racing there. You might have overheard me with my hot mic discussing the absolute geniusness of their firm. I love it. It's not, I think for me, it's not just how good are your products. It's how good are you with your products. And they've got the full package at Magnetic Racing. Misses. I'm talking customer service, product, unrivaled product, customer service, great guys, huge selection. It's going on. But you can get down to Mag Racing. They've got this new Goodwood car paddock, which has just made Yanto just erupt as he's just finishing off his Goodwood pits, because now he's got more Goodwood to do. Yanto, you're going down the pan in a magnetic whirlwind. Track focus. Let's do it, people. And look, I'm not messing around here. We've got to get people out the door by 10 bell. So let's do it. Shot of the week goes to Chris Jenkinson. Hubba. Not you, Shane. I'm talking about the cars. So you've got it all going on here. You know I'm a big fan of having multi-layers and different dimensions to your track or your photography. And this has it. It's got a near distance, a middle distance where the tyre wall is, and a far distance where you can see the concrete wall in the background that leads off into the rolling countryside that could only be described as best as, I don't know. It looks like English countryside. It looks like you're in Yorkshire. Yeah, up Yorkshire, Reet. Hello, I'm in Discord. Right, we'll get round to that at last, you cheeky beggar. No, he's just saw the paddocks. Okay, so a little bit of chat going on about the Discord in the background. Hang on a second. Right, I'm sorry, Bo, I'm going to delete your comment about F1. I'm going to look you in the eyes while I say this. A lot of people want to watch that today. So I'm sorry. I don't do it lightly. And definitely not to you, mate, because you're a good guy. But I've had to delete your comment about the F1 race results, because some people, if they didn't see the comment and they saw the comment and they watched the race after this show, will be absolutely destroyed. So Just in case you're wondering why I've deleted your comment, it's purely because some people don't want a spoiler. So sorry, mate. I just wanted to address it so you don't think I'm being awkward or obnoxious. It's literally just because I'm going to be watching the race later. Since watching the F1 movie, I got into F1 a little bit. I have no idea who's who or what's what or what car does this or the rules or anything like that. I'm not like a Mark Petch or a Janu who like literally encyclopedic. But yeah, so Bo, I'm sorry I deleted your comment, but that's what it was about. Don't ruin it. Oh, was it? Oh man, I misread it. In that case, repost it. I'm sorry. Ah, shoot. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was an F1 result. I'm like, no, we don't want to see it. I deleted it before I read it. So, all right, all of that. Apologise. Let's get back to track focus. See, I told you it'd take 20 minutes to get to track focus. We're lying. Well done, Chris Jenkinson. Sorry, my bad. But you can see, I'm going to protect the unknown. If you've got a race, it's like someone coming into the house on the morning of the Wimbledon final and going, yeah, Djokovic smashed it, didn't it? You want to look, I literally jump out the window because Mrs. Brown will literally come for you if you ruin the final, the outcome, because we always end up watching on catch up. But right, so we've got a new track in the forming. Andrew David Trafford is look, this is going to be a big track. You know, look, when you see my video this week, it's 4 of these tables. So this is 8 tables. We're getting into MagFans turf here, magnetic racing territory. Now, the reason I'm not showing you empty tables because I've run out of tracks for a track focus. I'm actually showing it to you because he's put up a potential design of how he wants this track to look. So here's his space. Nice space as well, by the way. And here is his proposal, or one proposal for a track. And it's Carrera track. But check that out. Can someone tell me what the traffic lights mean on this track layout? I mean, I'm like, what's he got traffic lights on a track for when you're going to race it? You ain't going to be stopping at no red light. Is it a subliminal sign for us to bring back shenanigans with the traffic lights? I don't know. I think Rahul's on other business at the moment. So he'll come back when he's ready. And but yeah, I think this is going to be a mega track. With that much space, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't contemplated a bit of 4-lane action. Maybe the space won't allow, but that's a hell of a track. Yeah, got it. The track head, the F1 heads are coming out now. Is this track focus or what? No, it's not. It's protecting people of the final. You know, I just want to wind you up even more, Daz. Andrew needs to save room for shoulders. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a good call, Greg. Greg's on a Carrera track, so this is great information by somebody who's walking the walk and talking the talk, as they say. All right, let's get on with the next track then. So we've got a little update here by James Stegers. Forgive me if I've just murdered your surname. It wasn't intentional. But this is nice. This is a nice little Targa, a nod to Targa Flora. Yeah, Mum, I'm having a bad morning, actually. I like it. This is when someone like Rob Sale was doing this recently, late last year, as one of his projects where he would create that kind of whole Targa Flora situation. That's all gone now. He's on AFX. This guy changes his socks like I have hot dinners. But I really, really enjoy it when you see somebody who commits the whole track to be from that period. Do you remember the last show we had? We had the question, is it okay to put, what was it? Yeah, the guy was building a Daytona oval circuit, but he wanted to know whether it would be okay or look out of place, or does anyone else do it, to put a Goodwood pit, a Le Mans pits, sorry, in that Daytona circuit, because it's like Le Mans pits in a Daytona circuit. Is it chalk and cheese, or is it that'll do? And the general consensus was your track, your way. So this is nice to see, where someone's actually gone, this is deliberately a Targa Flora track. What I would just recommend, just from my own personal experience, would be get some barriers and some borders on that track, man. I mean, how are you driving around that track without coming straight off the edge of the track onto the floor? You need some industrial, thanks, Mum, love you. You need some industrial style borders, barriers for me to not be coming off the track. I mean, you'll see this in this week's video. I managed to de-slot it on the straight again. I actually managed to go off the side of the table on the straight. How do you do that when you're going in a straight line? But I do. Donated my Targa Floria buildings to a local primary school, and the kids and the children love them. Isn't that what? Sorry, a bit of a mint reminiscent there. Isn't that just the bomb? That is exactly right up my street, Rob. I tell you, right, I don't want this. I'm moving on to other stuff. So rather than sell them on or throw them in a bin, donate them to the local school to get them excited, not only about Scalextric and slot cars, but to get them excited about the concept of replication, model making, scale buildings. This opens up the doorways for people to get into things like architecture, construction, all sorts of great stuff. Can't see the email address anywhere. Who knows what that is? People hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, get on that. I wonder if he built that building on Boone's Patreon. I would probably put $1 on that and say yeah. Because Boone did go through a series of these for a while on Patreon. And if you're not sure what Patreon is, it is a membership subscription style channel that many people set up an account with before they become monetized on YouTube, because it allows people like me, like you, to support people like Boone and be a member of his Patreon channel. Go and check it out. And then that way, that content creator can have a financial thank you to be able to invest into more buildings, cars, stuff to do on the channel, enhance people's creativity levels. Because if you don't know what you don't know, right? It's that quite simple saying, monkey see, monkey do. We watch, not I'm calling Boone a monkey, but well, actually, yeah, I am. Boone, you're a monkey, but I like Boone, so he'll call me a monkey back and we're all fine with it. But anyway, you watch Boone doing it and then you do it. If you hadn't seen Boone doing it, you might not know what to do. Someone like Steve, SPB Steve Slots, tune into his channel, or Slot R, really good at exemplifying how to customize something that's standard. So if you watch me, if you watch someone like me, I will build something to the instructions. These guys, they get the instructions. They're like this. Get out of here, get out of here, instructions. And then they just go off grid and they build something spectacular. And you're like sitting there scratching your head going, I've done a keef here. I've watched more slot car content than I've done slot car content. That is a testament to your content, guys. Well done. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So we're loving the Targa Floria building, James. Well done. Now, showing you Sean Brereton's track here, because Sean was putting out a post on the media saying he wants to set up a race night. He wants some people to go around there and have some fun with him on his track. Can you do it? Are you in the area? I think he's in Australia. Find him on Facebook, which is why I put the Facebook logo there. Find him there. If you want to go on a 4-lane wood routed track with him, I think it'll be good fun. That looks like a fast flowing, fun track. Let me know what you think of this in your comment section below. If you're watching it back, that is. Where am I up to here? Uh-huh. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. Don't put the link. Yeah, if you want to text me the email, Slotar, I will verbally say it out loud. Yeah. There you go. If you go to, oh, hang on a second. What? Mark Abbott? What, from Mark Abbott from slotcarmagazine.co.uk, featuring in the new May edition. Out now. Out now. Download it. Lady Godiva, it's a £5 for you. Is it a £5? We're going to go with it's still a £5. Although I don't know whether it'll be a £5 after April the 1st when England goes to hell in a handcart. But anyway, he's in the chat now. Feel free to ask him any questions. If you want a signed copy, go to slotcarmagazine.co.uk, email them and say, would you mind signing a copy? Rick and Mark, autographs available, and they will sort it out. Because he's retired now. He's got nothing better to do other than sleep in and miss the show. It's been noted. It's been logged. Brilliant. Gonna see if that's come over. All right. So, not yet, but we'll do it. Interesting. Apps should be forbidden. Yeah. With that much space, can't be in the UK. No, you're right, Daz. Definitely not in the UK. My email. Oh, okay. My email. Yeah, right. Okay. Get your pen ready. Where's that bit of paper that I ripped up excitingly a minute ago? Okay, here we go. I got it for you. Okay, so it is 85brown77 at gmail.com. If anyone sends me an e-bomb, I'm coming for you. But only nice emails, please. Happy to refer people and introduce people to people and all of that. There you go. Right, let's get on to the next track here. I can see Daz is breaking out in hives here. So we'll go for that. Nice floating table there. Right, it's not often, hardly ever that I regurgitate or duplicate something that has been done by Scalextric. But on this occasion, this track is just so good. Right, Daz, that track that you put in the other morning into the members WhatsApp group, which if you want to be invited to join the channel, this track reminds me a little bit of that design that you did the other day. I love this track. This would be, if I had a permanent track, it would look something like this. I'm telling you, it's got everything. It's got an R1 right at the top of the screen. It's got R3 smooth drifting corners. It's got a swirly whirly raised bridge Bridgerton in the middle. It's got a long bridge straight. Love that. It's got enough space to do some scenery. It's got a pit lane. It's got illuminations everywhere. It is a mega. Should put that on a banner. Nah, never. Yeah. So, I mean, let me know what you think of this. It's got patch fences. It's got gravel traps. It's just a really good track. Really good track. I mean, seriously. Oh, yeah. awesome track, says Lucifer. Anders, so good, says Steve. So good, says Bowman Mo. Nice layout, says Rob. Oh, incidentally, hi, Sue. I know Sue's probably going to be ferrying Sandwich to the front of house anytime soon. Or is that your turn Rob? It's a nice layout, says Daz. That is nice. Yeah. Chat beat you again. Yeah, I'm not reading that again. So I like it. I think it's quite a big track. Interesting where he's put his power base. So he's put his power base quite a distance away from the start grid, which means you've got a good, I don't know, maybe half a meter, just under half a meter before your car registers for the first lap. That is interesting because that's kind of what I was doing at my last gig. I had the power base near me and have the start grid on the other side of the table where the drunken people are. So they can't put the drink or spill over your power base or pull the cable out. But it did mean they got half a lap of a track before the car registers. And I think that's quite a good idea because sometimes when you have the sensors where it says Arc Pro and you've got the checkered line there, really close to the start grid, on occasion, I've noticed that sometimes your car doesn't register on that first lap when you're so close to the line and you start, it doesn't register. So if you've got a little bit of time before you hit that sensor, that start sensor, it kicks in and it actually works. That's what I found. If you've got a bit of distance, it gives you a lot more responsivity. Yeah, you are, Nick. Yeah, you are, Nick. That's all right. I don't need any help, Nick, as Daz pointed out. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, just send me photos of. Oh, I'll tell you what, I know it's horrifically not slot car related, and I don't care. But I learned last weekend, I know how to make ice cream. I mean, I can literally eat my own body weight in ice cream and not feel sick. And the worst thing in the world is I've just learned how to make it, and it is so easy. So last week I made cookies and cream ice cream. This week, today, in about 20 minutes, I'm making raspberry ice cream with fresh raspberries I grew in my garden last year. Anyway, let's get back onto this before I get lynched talking about cooking on a slot car show. Right, so we've got our first VT to have a look at, small scale replicas. We will have a look at those now. I'll just load them up because I emptied my cache earlier. When I went back. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, nice. I never saw this before. It's looks like a HO routed track. But look at it. I mean, it's not a long clip. I do apologize, but it's not me who made the video. So if I pause that there, about there, pause that there. I mean, you can see the scale of the track because of the size of the guys that are stood over it marshalling. I'm not calling them giants or overweight or, mutated. It's generally a smaller scale track. So for the younger track fans out there, these cars are really small, like half the size of the regular cars you see us driving that we use, and super fast and super magnetized. So for me, it's an intrigue to see a HO in a wood track because no, you don't cook it. No, you bring some to the slot house. Yeah, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll of which flavor to take. So we'll do that nearer the time. That is a great idea, actually. I can make some ice cream for the boys. Peaches and cream on that. Nice. Just take the machine. Don't need machine, mate. This is no churn ice cream. Talking about sweet things, though, I've never seen a HO wood routed track, if that's wood routed. I'd love to correction if anyone knows. It's just not something that I've ever seen. I don't know how to talk about it or how to describe it because I've never seen it. I mean, I'm literally saying what I'm seeing on the screen, but I don't know how it works, how they've done it, how they're magnetizing it, if they're magnetizing it, because, HO is super fast and super grippy. I don't know. It's amazing. Mark, after raspberry, chocolate will be next, my friend. I'm gonna hit up the Aldi because they do loads of the different flavored chocolates. Like I might do a mint chocolate one or a chocolate orange one. Oh yeah. Okay, enough of my making everyone hungry now. Okay, let's crack on right now. This is a good track. This is a good track. You're gonna enjoy this track. I'm just gonna load it up now from the cache. Dirty cash, I want you. Here we go. Show us what you got, Warslot Car Raceway. A little intro, 5 seconds. It looks like an established club. And you got a fast race. Look at that for a sweeping flow. Actually, this looks a little bit like what's his face's track that we saw earlier on in the show. The rail braids. Oh, that is a good shout. I'll talk about that in a second, bud. Alrighty. Oh, D-slots. Check that out for an overview. Look at the size of that. All right, we'll just hover over this bit here. Oh, wow. Look at the straight. And we take it back a bit. I'll just mute that off. It must sound like awful. Look at that. Sweeping down there, flowing up that zigzag sort of S's there. Round a hooking shot at the end and back towards incredible. And I tell you, it doesn't it half look a bit like that. Apart from the S's on the away left-hand side away straights, doesn't it look similar to this one? So it's got that kind of similarity to it. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, lovely. Cheers there, Warslot Car Raceway. I can't remember where they're actually from. Don't forget, this was last week's show that I've remixed slightly to be current for this week's show. One thing that we always enjoy though, when we're doing our track focus, our sessions on the track, is, and it's become quite stable actually, and I'm really grateful to the guys who do this content for us to share, enjoy, and focus on. And you all know these lot must be Pete's ranking. Yeah, of course it is. Just before we go into the next segment though, this was something that Bo has kindly mentioned about that HO track where I said I didn't understand how they're doing this voodoo, but apparently it's rail braids which are picking up the magnetic force. That is a great idea. Rail braids. Who knew? I would like to say you heard it here first, but clearly they've already got it because they've done the track with it. So if we take a little peek at Stromlo, here we go.
G'day everyone, Scotty Ziggs here with our second head-to-head episode. Revo Slot Group 2 cars in a three-way battle. The Datsun 512, Ford Escort and Alfa GTA. That's their order on the fastest lap leaderboard. Let's see how they go over 3 laps. Lap 1 and the Escort gets the best launch off the line, but it's short-lived and they're all pretty even as they run through the first half, with the Escort slightly ahead and the Datsun running last. As we approach the halfway mark, the Alfa makes a dive into turn 6 and gets the nose in front. Makes a great run on the Escort through the S's in Chicken Corner. And as we come over the top, it pulls ahead and it's nose to tail with the other two with a great run down the chute, and the Alfa takes the first lap. Lap
Come
2,
on,
and the
Escort!
coming back at the Alpha, pulling away
Come
from
on,
turn 2 and
Escort! You
from
got
turn
this!
3 and
Come on,
4,
Escort!
leading the pack into the dip.
Not
to
getting
turn
excited about
5,
this at all.
And then over the hump. But the Alpha makes a dive again into turn 6. Not enough to get the Escort. Now it's making a clean run through the top.
It's got it! It's got it! It's got it!
Both other cars do their best to
Oh,
claw back.
Stromlo! Come on!
But out of
Come
the top,
on!
they're all nose to tail with the Escort taking the lap. Lap 3, and it's still close, but the Datsun gets a bad run into turn 1 and a mistake there, increasing the
lap,
gap
lap
to second
3.
place. The gap only increases through the bottom section in the dip, and the Alpha makes the usual dive for 6. But it's too desperate, and another mistake giving the Datsun a chance to pull back. The Escort pulls away, and it's becoming clear it's the easiest car to drive. It's close, but
so
the
tense.
Alpha has the edge, and the Escort totally dominates. Down the chute
Yeah,
and over the
Escort!
line, a solid win for the Escort with some very close racing.
Whoosh! How mega was that? Stromlo! Awesome. Absolute awesome sauce. Ah, brilliant. I tell you what, right? Those guys deserve absolute credit where credit's due. Not because it's easy, cheap content for me to just pilfer, but just generally having a vision and then owning it. It's just complete and utter fun. Stromlo for me equals super good time, slot car 101. I mean, what a great concept as well to watch the three cars overlapping each other, sort of like that augmented reality stuff that I can't really figure out. But that was genius. That was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I tell you, fair play, guys. Stromlo, right at the top of my Christmas card list, you guys. But there you have it. So we'll take Stromlo off the cash. What we're looking at. So I see what else we've got. Yep. So more scenery ideas from Racing Room Extra, theracingroomextras.com. Okay, so extras is spelt like the kids with an X, not an EX. So just be careful that if you're searching for them. But they've got some nice scenery items going on, a nice blend complementing a different style of scenery. So have a look at those guys if you've got a loose end later. And then, of course, you've got Tara, who's not with us today because she's taking a well-earned day off. And she needs it because she's literally 24/7 now preparing for the UK Slot Car Festival. And to that end, I must stress, if you are going to the UK Slot Car Festival, and if you know that you are going to potentially buy some figures from Tara, some buildings from Ian, some cars from Roger, some T-shirts from me, whatever it may be, you know you're going to buy this stuff. You've been saving, you've got a plan. Help them out. Drop them an email. Let them know what your plans are. They won't tell anyone what your strategy is, but it will really help them because they'll bring your stuff separate and then still have stock to sell to the wider public. If they bring down like, I don't know, 4 policemen and you come down like me and go, I'll have all 4 of them. No one can see that a policeman is available. So it really, really, really helps the traders and the stores and the shops and the people that do put on a table at the event and staff slot cars, even that. I mean, he's got massive stock levels, but even if you can give these guys a heads up, it will make a world of difference for them. I promise you. Not so much me because mine's made to order, but theirs, they make it for the show. So give them a head start and help them, make the most out of the event. They're not cheap hiring a table at that event. It is not cheap. You think it's not cheap to get in the gig? Try hiring a table. It is. They've got to pay for the venue somehow, so they have to charge for the tables. Do the traders a favor and give them some pre-orders. You do it for Scalextric, do it for the traders. Excellent. Right. So that was, I think that was the last slide of the show. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Last week's show. Yeah. Slack, Pete. Slack. Right then. He's off to the toy fair, says Janu. Well done, Janu. War is West Adelaide Raceway in Australia, a commercial racing centre. Nice. Adelaide. Right. So some of the Aussie crew can get down there, film up some of that. That looks ripe for a filming session, that place, I tell you. So shout out to War Slot Car Racing Centre. Yeah, Rob's out of here. To be honest with you, we are all out the door as well. So for the last time of this show, thank you very much for joining this week and seeing me and everyone in the chat live. Isn't it the best time? Slot car time. If you liked what you've seen, shamelessly, could I ask you for a like? Around about, just latching on to something Marty and Dave were talking about the other week, only around 60, I will check the figures and I'll make a feature next week, but around 60 to 70% of the people watching the show, watching the channel or this live stream are not subscribed. So do, please, find it in your heart to subscribe. And otherwise, if you can't do that, just set your alarm for a reoccurring calendar invite, 8 o'clock a.m. every Sunday for Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown. Smash the like button on your way out. And I thank you, everyone, for another great show. Well done. Let's sing it up in the bag. Track fair!